Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So we are on episode 4 of Coffee with Molly. Today's episode it's gonna be about friendship, because you guys know I'm not good at making friends. I've spoken about that loads of times, and I'm not gonna shy away from this taboo subject of like, oh, I must tell everyone I have friends, because I do. I don't. Why do I do that? So I'd like to think that I've gone through this horrible experiences of making friends and being used and then being dropped and all the trauma I've had from friendships, so that you guys don't have to. So I'm going to be giving you some tips and advice, but not only me, some amazing followers of mine on Instagram have given me some really good advice, and I'm going to share it with you guys. So what I really want you guys to take from this video is that your popularity does not define your worth as a person. It doesn't define your anything. It doesn't define you as a person. It doesn't make you any better or any worse, regardless of how many friends you have. So I want to literally just jump straight into explaining what I find hard in a friendship, what I look for in a friendship, and what my kind of ideal friendship is. And then I'm gonna give you some of my tips, and then I'm gonna put up on the screen some other kind of suggestions, advice that we got from other people over on my Instagram, but I'll read them to you guys, and we'll talk about them. Ooh, bloody hell, it's hot. But anyway, let me know what you're doing whilst watching this video. So you might be thinking, Molly, what do you actually find hard about friendships? So I'm going to tell you what I actually find hard about friendships. So for me, it's not the making friends, it's the maintaining like a healthy friendship. For me, I can become sometimes a little bit obsessed, and I wouldn't call it an obsession, but when I make friends, I put like 110% into a friendship. You know, I have this whole idea of like a Disney amazing fairy tale friendship, sleepovers, you know, with each other every single day, ring each other, oh, what are you wearing? You know, that's my, you know, that's what I have up here as a friendship. That's my kind of ideal friendship. But I know in reality, you can't do that. As you get older, everyone does different things. People have different lives. You know, people branch off, have kids, you know, get married, move away. You know, friendships will never be the same as they were when you were like 8. Things change, and I'm totally aware of that. But the thing is, I never really got to experience a friendship when I was 8. I wasn't, you know, I was never the kid that got picked. Never the kid that really got invited to parties, or the kid that everyone wanted to be my friend. No, everyone just wanted to run away from me. You know, I was a kid that was very difficult to understand, and even though I was only very young when I started to realise that I was the odd one out, you know, even then, you know, it's still really hard for me, and it hurts me now to think like the younger Molly would be walking around like feeling that she's not good enough, and she needs to do this, she needs to change. And it hurts me because I know that when I was younger, I used to honestly think I was the problem. I used to think that I wasn't good enough. Why don't I have friends? Why don't people like me? But the thing is, it's not about people liking me. I think it's about people understanding. People don't understand, and I think that's the most challenging part of friendships for me, is getting who I am across in the right kind of way, because my ADHD traits, right, are only a very, very small part of me, but they're so dominant. I can put it, it's only very kind of dim in colour. You can't really see, you can't see ADHD, can you? But the traits are so vibrant and dominant, people can just see, and they can physically kind of like witness your ADHD traits. And to me and you, it's almost normal life, like we don't even think about them. But to other people, they can be huge triggers and problems, and they're just like, I don't need that drama, or I don't need that clinginess. So yeah, it was never a challenge to make friends. So naturally I'm chatty, I'm quite approachable, I'm fun. But once people get to know me, that's when they kind of shift and they're like, oh god, no, like run. People like me up until a certain part of me, and then they see like who I really, really am, and then people like don't want to be around me. And that's okay, because, you know, deep down I know that it's not a reflection of who I am as a person, and taking on a friendship with someone who has ADHD, it's not going to be easy. And I can imagine, you know, I can be a handful. I can be too kind of clingy, too much, too loud, too in your face. And my, you know, my kind of stubbornness and my change quickly, like fluctuating moods, they could be a real hard like thing to understand and to kind of keep up with. For me, friendship is a big thing that depresses me a lot. I always think about like what I haven't done. Like I haven't gone on an all girls holiday, or I haven't actually gone out and gone on holiday with any friends, or you know, I haven't really ever experienced the Disney bloody fairy tale friendship that I have made up in my head. I haven't done that, and it really does upset me. And I'm not gonna lie and say, oh, I don't care, because sometimes I play it off that I don't, but really it hurts me a lot to think that nobody likes me. So yeah, it hurts. But I want to tell you one thing, and then I'll jump on to the other kind of parts of this video. But the most hurtful thing that I've ever experienced, right, it still hurts me to this day, actually. And like it sticks out really badly, and it has actually caused me a little bit of like trauma, and it hurts. So basically, when I was a little bit, I'd say about 14, 15, no, actually probably about 13, 14, just going on to like year 10, I made a certain friendship group. These were not my typical people, like they were not my typical girls to hang around with. They were more the geeky kind of people that just wouldn't want to be with someone like me. They wouldn't want to be seen with me. But for some reason I was lucky enough to fall on my feet and meet these amazing girls that were really good friends, and it lasted about a year. But within that year of friendship, right, I felt the most accepted, the most kind of secure I've ever felt in my whole entire life. I felt wanted. I felt that I had a purpose, that I was worthy of friendship. So very quickly I started to realise I was very different from the girls. They were all in the upper classes, you know, like the more academic classes, and I was in the more kind of down low classes, because I'm not very academic. And it's not that I'm not, but I couldn't focus, I couldn't really keep up. So I was always kind of separated from the other girls, because they were always on different timetables and different places of the school, because they were just doing different things. So I always felt that I was separated like that anyway. But it actually motivated me to want to better myself. I started to really work hard. I started to go around these girls' house, and they would help me study for maths for our exams. And I felt I had the most kind of self-belief I've ever had in my life. And that's because I had a bunch of girls around me that were willing to help me, and they were the girls that I would have never have thought would have wanted to hang around with me, not even ever. So I felt like the luckiest person on the whole entire world. Like my mum absolutely loved this friendship group. One of the girls in particular, I'm not saying any names, but like one of them was absolutely, like I slept around her house pretty much the whole week, then she would sleep around mine the whole week. And like it would go, we'd finish school, she'd come to mine, or I'd go to hers, end up sleeping, and then we'll go to school together the next day. Like we had a real great friendship, and that was absolutely amazing for me. And I've taken things from that friendship that has made me who I am today. But the thing is, it wasn't all kind of great and pretty, because there was 5 people in this friendship group, right? There was 5 including me, so there was 5. And like I say, I didn't fit in. I wasn't their normal type of person to have in a friendship group. Like I say, I knew I was different. I knew that one slip up, Molly, and this could be it. Like you can't ruin this. So like I say, I worked really hard. My behaviour was really great. I was working so hard so that I could go to my break time and my lunch times, and I was working hard so I didn't have to get detention, so that I could leave school, walk home with them, be a part of their group. Like I wanted to be with them. So one day I went round one of these girls' houses, and you know, we all ordered pizza, I think. Her mum was an amazing person, and yeah. But there was one thing that sticks out the most, and I know it was said flippantly, but basically, one of the mums said, "I was warned about you. I was told that you're a troublemaker and that you weren't a good friend." That hurt right here. That hurt so bad. And you know what? I went into the toilet, pretended that my mum had called, and I walked home sobbing my eyes out. They didn't know. I was hurting bad. I felt mortified. I felt humiliated, because why are people talking about me like that? Like, do mums have secret meetings and like discuss me and slag me off, tell everyone that I'm not a good person? Like, I felt really bad. And the thing is, I was so used to being dropped and so used to being left behind that after this had happened, I started to push myself out of the group. I started to let my behaviour slip back down again. I started to let everything go again. I stopped revising. I started doing things that I shouldn't have been doing again. To be honest, I remember the day after this happened, when I went into school, they met me at the gates and I just walked straight past them. And that was the day that I was excluded for a week because my behaviour was very bad. And I knew why. I knew what I was doing. I did. I didn't want to be in school. I didn't want to feel humiliated. I didn't. So I knew what I was doing. I knew that I was already on my last warning, and I knew that if I'd have just spoken to someone, you know, spoke about it to a teacher, to one of my mentors, told them like I'm hurting and I don't know how to tell anyone. Like, if I'd have just spoken about it, this could have been a whole different story. And then they were obviously texting, oh, what's wrong, and I'd ignore them. Then they slowly started to stop texting me, stop inviting me out. They stopped. And that was when I hit rock bottom and started a huge argument off, because deep down I didn't want to be out of that friendship group. I didn't want to ignore them. I didn't want to argue with them. I didn't want to do anything. I wanted to be with them. I loved it. That was the most happiest I've ever been. The most accepted I literally have ever been in my whole entire life. Yet I self-sabotaged it because I was too scared. So I did what I did best. I pushed away the people that cared the most. And that was it. The friendship literally ended like that. And it was a horrible atmosphere for a long time. You don't have to ever change. Like, that's not, you never change for anyone, and you never let anyone tell you to change. But for me, I don't like feeling second best. I like to know that friendship, they like me just as much as I like them. And I've learned many lessons in my life, and the one lesson that I can honestly tell you, the one piece of advice is, be true to who you are. Don't ever change. Don't pretend that you like doing drugs, that you you want to be drinking alcohol, that you like parties, you like clubbing, or, you know, you don't need to pretend to be someone you're not, because the thing is, who you are in your heart and who you are as a person is so worthy of being loved and accepted. You don't need to change. If someone can't accept you, if someone doesn't like you for who you are, then that's their loss. So now let's get on to some of the advice I have been given to give to you guys about how to make friends when you're neurodiverse. So the first one is join clubs or go to the gym, do some sports. Try to join clubs that you are interested in, so that you're passionate about them, and meet people that are also passionate about the same things you are. That's some great advice. So basically, join clubs, be more social, go out and put yourself out there. That could help you. So the next one is, I just try to be nice. That is a good tip. Always be nice, always be accepting, treat others how you would like to be treated. That's my motto in life. If you do that, then you can't go wrong, really. So this person says, I go to groups for people with ADHD and autism. What? I don't even have that. I wish I did. That'd be great. Like, so if you have any of these type of groups near you, definitely go. This person would recommend, so go. So someone said, I literally go all out, being my annoying self straight away, then you attract your people. That's a great advice. Just be who you are. Don't change, because the people that like you will be, you will attract the people that are right for you. So yeah, don't change. That's another great piece of advice. So another one says, make friends with people who are not neurotypical. So if you don't know what neurotypical means, it means people that don't have neurological disorders, so people without ADHD, autism, Asperger's, bipolar. Basically, the people that are classed as normal, don't be friends with them. That's some great advice. But again, there are some really nice people out there that don't have ADHD but are willing to learn and educate themselves and are accepting. So, I mean, I guess, well, it's a bit of advice, so take it or leave it, I guess. I feel this one. I make friends easily, but I have a hard time keeping them. Yes, yes, that's exactly what this video is about. I don't find making friends hard, it's keeping them. I get that. So another one says, I find it way easier to break ice, get to know someone if we play a game together. Okay, great advice. Again, great advice. So a lot of people are mentioning sport, join clubs. So again, that could be something that you could do to make friends. Go join clubs. Try and find something that you're interested in and go to that club. For example, if you're interested in, I don't know, football, go to a football club. That simple, guys. I hope it works, because I mean, I've never had the confidence to go out and be social, so if you guys can, I highly recommend trying it, because a lot of people are saying do it, so it must work. So definitely try it if you can. So another one says, go on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, find people like you. That is exactly what I do, and I mean, if I could class them all as my friends, I totally would. But some of them are haters and some of them just don't like me. So basically, go onto Instagram, join the hashtags like ADHD, hashtag, I don't know, bipolar, anything you have as an interest or anything like that, just follow the hashtags and you will find your people. So I hope these kind of tips have helped, but the most important one is don't change. Be yourself, be true to who you are, and don't give in to peer pressure. That is the most kind of helpful advice I can give you as someone who has ADHD and who has been through a lot of failed friendships. So basically, I found the best friend in myself. I am my own best friend. I struggle making lifelong friendships. I mean, what can I do? I can't help it if no one likes me. But anyway, yeah, this was quite a deep video, so I'm sorry if it was boring. And I mean, I am absolutely sweating. It is hot. But what I want to let you guys know is that you are worth it. You being you is enough. Never change, because you are perfect and you are enough. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.